Hello, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to try to get this out real quick. This is my 7th time of trying to do this. I'm going to explain to you why I am scrapbooking this and try to get that out of the way first, because I just keep getting like all emotional and flighty before, towards the end. And I'm not getting the video done the way I need to get it done. Okay, so I am trying to I am scrapbooking a photo of my daughter that I took that is all black and white, and then you can filter out so that you can bring back the natural color in certain areas. So what I did was I brought back the natural color of her eyes, which is very blue. Now, her being my 5th child, she is the only one that came out with the blue eyes, and that is why I titled Why So Blue. The journaling I'm going to share with you now before I get into what I used. Okay, so I wrote, since the day you were born, I wondered, where did you get those blue eyes? After much investigation, I realized you got them from your Grandpa Larry Wardlow's side of the family. You are so lucky to have something so special to remember him by. Every time you look in the mirror, I hope you get a glimpse of the love he had for you. Okay, so my husband's grandfather was very into the grandchildren. He absolutely loved meeting the new grandchildren. He loved being around them. And so when we found out we were pregnant with her, we didn't tell anybody that we were having a girl except for them. We kind of kept that a special surprise. But we did let them know because he was so sick. And he ended up passing when she was just 2 months old. So he never did get to meet her. And I feel that he gave her those blue eyes, kind of something special since he didn't get to meet her. So that is the whole reason behind this layout. Now, to get into the layout, now that I've gotten past all that, I'm very sorry. I decided to try to use most of my Gossamer Blue kit, and actually all I used was one of the papers, and this is the Dear Lizzie Lucky Charm, and I used the ombre pink paper, and it goes from very light pink up here down to the darker tone down here. I matted this picture on the blue so that I would know that the blue would pop. I know it doesn't show so much in the photo, but it really makes her eyes pop blue. And so I decided to look for more of the navy to kind of tie that all in. And a lot of the Maggie Holmes collection had that. And the Gossamer Blue kit came with a lot of the Maggie Holmes collection, and I had forgotten that I had this. And so when I was going through all my paper kits, I saw it and I was just so excited because a lot of it matched the kit that I had received. So the only other paper that I used for my Gossamer Blue kit was this chevron paper up here, and I am sorry I'm not videoing this again, so if I make any mistakes, I'm really sorry if I start rambling. The rest of the papers came from the Maggie Holmes collection. That is this camera paper back here, this striped paper right here, this is part of the cutout. This right here, this blue and white patterned paper here is part of the cutout. And this came in the Gossamer Blue kit. This is one of the cutouts, but I just used the B side of that. This is a border strip, and it came already scalloped. I don't know why I always have a trouble with that word. And I just cut the scalloped part of the border out so that it would just kind of go across and kind of anchor everything. This little loved flare, that came from the Gossamer Blue kit that I received, and it's the Dear Lizzie, and I just love those flare. I used quite a few of them, so I don't have many left. And then I just used some of my pink baker's twine that was given to me in a rack, and I threaded it through the tags up here, and I added these little eyelets so that it would kind of, make it look like a realistic tag there. And these were little cut aparts. And then I used my tiny attacher to kind of staple those. And then I used my stickers that came in the Maggie Holmes, the Crepe Paper collection. And I used that one right there, and that is this little hello here. And then I used some of the stickers, this little button, the little flower up here, if you can see that, and this camera and the little flower, just so that it would kind of match this little tag up here. Okay, anything else? The why so blue, that is referencing her eyes. I was kind of using that little phrase, why so blue, and it, you know, not sad, but like why her eyes so blue. And I used my thickers for that. I am trying so hard to use things that I already have. I hadn't used these yet, and it's so hard for me to use thickers that I have not already opened. I don't know why. I'm just so crazy about that kind of stuff. So I used the Amy Tangerine. These are the kind of the wood grain. And then I used, for the blue, I really wanted to use, obviously, the blue thickers, because I thought it would just kind of really make that blue pop by using the color blue. And the only blue that I had was the American Crafts in the powder. And that is the Lax. And so I just decided to keep the little centers on that. And that, I think that it really went with the layout anyway. You know, it kind of makes that word pop with the layout. So that is all I used in this here for my journaling spot, is just one of the cutouts from that Maggie Holmes, the Crepe Paper collection also. So all of that came from the Gossamer Blue kit and the Maggie Holmes. So I hope you enjoyed my layout, and I'm very excited that I finally, on my 7th or 8th take, I finally got it done. So upon figuring out that I have had that stashed away and not used it, I decided to join the Facebook group where you have to make 50 projects using what you have in your stash before you're allowed to purchase anything. And that is because realizing that I have all of these beautiful things that I'm just so afraid to scrapbook all of the time, I decided to join that so that I could actually use some of my things and really push myself to do that. So you'll be seeing me doing projects with all of that before I do any hauls. But I am going to be receiving my monthly kits that I'm already enrolled in. Did I explain here that I got this little lining technique from Mercy Tiara? I'm not sure if I did, because I've done this so many times, but I decided to line all of my papers, and I just used my my Smash pen to do that with. I don't know if I had gotten to that part yet. But okay, so I think that I just explained everything in my layout. And just keep your eyes out for my 50 projects. And I'm going to really break into my kits that I have stashed away that for some reason I am too afraid to touch. And I really need to push myself to do that. So if you want any information on that Facebook page that I joined, I will give you any information on that. There's quite a few people on YouTube that are doing that. I do know Steph10892 and Judy Bakes 22. I noticed that they were going to be doing it, so I'm going to join them along with, I believe I was number 175. So just keep your eyes out for that, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.